Hey guys, it's Brendan here, and welcome back to the Crypto Analyst channel. And right now, every major government wants in on cryptocurrency. Whether it's something as simple as just regulating crypto in a more fair way, or even launching something as major as a Bitcoin ETF, we're going to be going over a plethora of both major and minor countries that are all looking to adopt and regulate cryptocurrency right now, which really raises a bigger question. Why are they choosing right now to do this? And could this be a sign that maybe a market bottom is in? Well, we're going to be exploring all the different options in today's video. So if all that sounds interesting, make sure you stick around for the entire length of this video, as important information will be discussed the entire way through. But that being said, let's go ahead and start this off with the news that we're probably a little bit more familiar with. So many Bitcoin ETFs have been filed in the United States. We're looking at BlackRock and now with Fidelity, and then you have the likes of like Charles Schwab and Citadel and Invesco and all these other major players that are all getting into crypto via their new crypto exchanges or even Bitcoin ETFs. Now, following in this footstep, we learn that one of China's largest banks, the HSBC, is going to also be trying to launch a Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF. Now, this was the major question, is how long will it take for an Ethereum ETF to follow in the wake of all this Bitcoin ETF news? And I think it's very likely that once a Bitcoin ETF gets approved, specifically in the States, we'll probably see an Ethereum ETF get applied for. And so I would imagine maybe 6 to 9 months after a Bitcoin ETF is approved, we'll probably see an Ethereum ETF. But it looks like China's already kind of on, they're on their toes about this. They want both a Bitcoin and an Ethereum ETF. So we could be seeing one over there actually before we even get one in the States. It's a possibility, and something to keep your eye out on. So all across the United States, lots of stuff happening with crypto regulation, with new cryptocurrency exchanges from major players, centralized players from the traditional financial space, and then Bitcoin ETFs coming out of China and the US. Now also, we'll go over to the UK first, but the UK is joining in on the fun, and they actually just had a bill to regulate crypto assets, and they're passing it in the law. So the UK is saying, hey, this is the time to get all of our cryptocurrency regulation in line before the next bull run, before everything that happens. They're looking right now to see this as the perfect opportunity to make sure cryptocurrency is regulated, make sure all their ducks are in a row, and before everything gets too crazy again, like they're saying, hey, this is a good time to step in here. We also have the Slovakian parliament voted to approve lower crypto taxes. Again, just another bullish thing for crypto. And there are a number of crypto countries that are becoming increasingly more crypto friendly. And there's a number of countries, we look at El Salvador and a couple other ones that have gone ahead and say, we actually don't have any cryptocurrency tax. And so there are a number of cryptocurrency, friendly countries that are tax exempt. And then there's a handful of others that are saying, hey, we actually think it's more fair to simply just lower the taxes on cryptocurrency, which stimulates more trading activity. Because if people know that they're going to get taxed lower trading something, then they're going to be more inclined to trade it and make profits off of it. We also have South Korea passing a cryptocurrency bill to tackle unfair trading. Kind of similar to the UK, they're stepping in now and they're saying, hey, this is the time to get all this stuff right. And again, if they didn't think that this was a major player, if they didn't think that this would be around for a while, they wouldn't be going through all this trouble. But they want to, my personal opinion here is that they believe that this stuff is going to continue to grow and expand, and it's better to have regulations on it now than once we get to, a 2 trillion, a 5 trillion, a $10 trillion market cap for the crypto markets. It makes a whole lot more sense to have it regulated when it's at or even under a $1 trillion market cap. And finally, the CME Group announces plans to launch an ETH and BTC ratio futures. Now, if you're not familiar with CME, they are the major traditional futures provider for lots of the, traditional major assets. We're talking things like NASDAQ, S&P 500, Dow Jones, things like that. That's who the CME group works for. They are the main provider of these futures contracts, which are incredibly liquid. I'm someone who has traded them for years. So even if you're not a futures trader, this one does hit home for me. And I just want everyone to understand that this is a big marketplace. The futures marketplace is a liquid one. It's a big one. And I think it would shock you if you were to start to look at some of the numbers. So this is news that it's easy to overlook. But again, it's still big. It's still in the background. And there's a lot happening. So as Bitcoin is consolidating over here, why is all of this happening? Why is this happening now? Well, again, I think that there is a bit of, I think there's a solid argument that if we zoom out over here, the bottom for Bitcoin could very well be in. And a lot of these people waiting for prices to go back down to 15,000 or even below that, it's going to be unfortunate for them because it doesn't look like we're going to get that again. And I don't think that we're going to see new lows. So, it's very unlikely that, a lot of these people that are waiting for a $10,000 Bitcoin, it's very unlikely that they're going to see it without something massively catastrophic happening. Again, all the traditional players are diving in. All the major countries and even minor countries are regulating it now. It seems to be that everyone's very comfortable having that bottom at 15K, and things are starting to really stabilize over here. Even Bitcoin dominance is growing fairly sharply, which is another thing that we've been tracking. So that's where I stand on the crypto markets. Again, I'm not too nervous about them. I had someone come to me literally this week, a very close friend, and say, hey, should I sell everything in crypto? And again, I can't give him financial advice. I can't give any of you financial advice. But I had as we say here in the South, I had a come to Jesus meeting with him, explaining to him why I have no plans of selling cryptocurrency where it's currently priced at, especially the major caps like Bitcoin and Ethereum. So again, I hope all of you did, find this video a little bit entertaining. If you did enjoy this, again, make sure you stick around, smack the like button, smack the subscribe button. I got a lot more content just like this one coming at all of you next week. So make sure you stick around for that one. And thanks for watching, everyone.